you do have a slight Gilligan. If Gilligan were like a super fan of the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah. He was like a hardcore Oriole fan. He was brown.
Right. After they got back. After they got the when they came back to mainland.
Was there a brown guy on Gilligan's Island? Probably a guess.
Shit, nah, man.
I was gonna say I didn't think so.
That was like late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah,
brown folk on TV back then. What are you nuts?
Right.
There wasn't a Love Boat.
Oh, out of sight.
I think one of the girls or one of the women on Gilligan's Island had a really good tan.
Marianne?
I thought I don't know.
Yeah, she had a great tan. She had a great everything. She had a great ass. She had some great titties. She had some great shorts. She had a great tied-off shirt right around that navel area that you had to cover the belly button for some reason back then. That makes no sense to this day. You realize and this is okay. And Alan, I know I was saying there weren't no brown folk on Gilligan's Island, but think about all the Puritanism that white folk brought to make us the way we are today. I think that's why America's fucked. It's all the white Puritanism that we just injected into society. Just all that guilt that we still feel. It's amazing.
And it's
look, I was raised Catholic, Roman Catholic. I went to Catholic school, kindergarten through high school. Yeah, it's fucking Christianity kind of sucks. I mean, no offense to any of you who still adhere to it, do you? To each their own. I've done my time. I did what? I don't know, 12 hard years, 13 hard years of Christian labor in a paid for Christian labor camp, aka my schools. So yeah, I'm good. I think me and the big guy upstairs, we're good.
I don't think
I
we
paid my debt to his society. I get to do whatever the fuck I want.
That's a good point. I like that. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume that our listeners, the few that we have, aren't the most faithful. The most religion abiding.
You mean we don't have a devout Christian following? I thought that was like our wheelhouse.
That's our lifestyle, right?
Yeah, I thought so.
I would love to have a Scientologist in the crowd. I really would.
That would be amazing.
I mean, do we know any? Do we live in too rural an area? Even in Baltimore, Baltimore City too rural for Scientology?
No, because there is definitely a Scientology center like around here. Because I remember when I was watching the Leah Remini stuff, that like I was like, oh, I wonder where our fucking shit is, and it's on 523 North Charles Street. It's the Theosophical Society of Maryland.
Christ, we could walk there.
The fucking.
Can you guys please do that? I mean, now that you guys are vaxxed, do you think you could maybe go and visit a Scientologist? Go see if you can get some clean and clear.
Infiltrate infiltrate like we're Donnie Brasco style, or are we just going there to learn a little bit? Or just come to bring you back some juicy stuff. We got to go take
that personality test that's definitely going to tell us that we need to up our midichlorians or whatever they talk about. I don't know. I'm mixing Star Wars references and fucking Scientology references.
Same
but
thing.
It's basically the same thing. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, that's so first step, personality test. Wes, we go in there. Mm-hmm. We should dress like total opposites. Like we got to figure out a gimmick, but we should dress like fools.
Okay. Honestly, I think if you go exactly as you're dressed now, you'll be fine.
Like this,
but
with 5 of them stacked on top of one another.
I want to do it old school Jackass, not being a Jackass, but Jackass, the MTV show, where they had like they had like buttons that had cameras in them and glasses that had a camera in them. I think we could really, unless we're just going to go post up out there with one of my cameras and a microphone and kind of do person on the street. But I don't know. I think more of the sly backdoor type infiltration will be much more juicier, at least for your palate, Murr.
Oh yeah, no, look, phones are so good in this day and age. I feel if you got a golf shirt that maybe's had one too many swings in the armpit area, is cut a little hole in the shirt pocket and just let the phone kind of stick forward, you might just be able to go in like that. Just hit record, go in, do your thing.
Right.
I'd like to see as far as Scientology goes, I'm not saying they're not crazy, but the people that have been funneling out the Scientology information have all had a bone to pick with Scientology. So we're getting the real negative aspects of it. It's got to be good somehow, at least in the beginning, just like everything. Just like all that seed money that they send out in the mail, there's got to be something positive attached to it, or people wouldn't keep going to it. I want to see if you would. I want to see if one of you might be kind of suckered in to be like, I don't know, man. Sounds like a good deal.
Not because everything that I have heard, even just on my own research, like, and this is just me too, like, there you go in and then you take a personality test and they're like, all right, yep, you're broken. You got to definitely sit down with one of our guys and hold these metal jobbies. And to do that, you're going to need to buy this series of books. It's a lot like Encyclopedia Britannica. It's like $70,000. And then it'll be like $10,000 more a month after that. You'll be good. And then you'll just fucking be space lizards. And that you got me at fucking paying you to do anything.
Yeah, we get? Yeah. Didn't there like a free trial membership, like 2 weeks or a month free or something, just to kind of get our dip our toes into the deep end a little bit?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we need you to go in and find out.
Okay. Well,
I think they're immediately like, give me money.
God.
Nah.
Yeah. Well, got you. By the way, Amazon has, ranging from 50 to about 120 camera glasses with cameras on them, with built-in little micro memory cards. Oh man, beautiful.
What are we looking at?
What do you mean? What am I looking at? Oh, Amazon.
Like money wise.
Oh, I said it ranges from 50 to 120.
Oh, I thought you meant there was that many varieties. Okay,
you should definitely go to this fucking one in DC because this one in DC looks fancy.
I think you should go to the walking distance one because you're more likely to go back.
Yeah, but I think that one's more like, that one seems a little sketchier. This one seems like a legit up and up Scientology. Like the other one just like it's not called Scientology. I think they're just like super trying to hide it. Whereas like the one in DC is like one of the ones you saw in the documentary. It's like a fucking palace.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm getting at. Is Baltimore too rural for even Scientology? Like, maybe they're like, let's set a satellite office up in Baltimore City. Ain't nobody going to that shit. Put the real one down in D.C. where all the suckers are.
Maybe. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like this is also a tough town to Scientology people in. You know what I mean? So like, what's the benefit? I guess the tax write-off for the building that they rent or buy or build.
By the way, Wes,
basically the whole MO for the fucking organization, from what I understand.
Scientology blood money.
They basically just buy buildings and write off millions of dollars that people give them, and they're like, "Hey, look at us, we're a religion."
I think you guys might be onto something though, like a book. Maybe Scientology was originally just like a book club for L. Ron Hubbard science fiction, and then they just they got too far, they got too deep. Shit, man, people keep coming. What do we do?
That's literally exactly what the fuck it is.
Start religion.
My man was like, I'm going to write this psychiatry book. And he wasn't a psychiatrist. And the fucking field of psychiatry was like, you're a fucking crazy person. At which point he decided to write everything that he wrote was denouncing fucking professional mental health. And Scientology was the way to fix your ills. That's literally the seed of the fucking religion. So all of his books are his fucking science fiction.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Don't hate the player. Don't hate the player.
Yeah.
I can't hate on Elron, though. I can't hate on Elron.
No way, dude. I know. He's coming. He's got to come back. Remember, he's got like 6 mansions and shit.
Listen.
So no, I think he played it right.
Throughout the entirety of human history, with currency and however you whether it be down to $1 or some sort of paperback dollar or printed money, to trading cattle and things like that, human beings spend money on very stupid fucking things. Mm-hmm. All right, and they continue to do it. And Murray, you had said don't hate the player. That's true, man. I see people spill out tons of money. I've talked about it at length on this fucking podcast. People, mediums. I'm talking to your dead uncle. Can I get $100? He says he loves you. So yeah.
I mean, it's dude, it's great. That's I mean, like you said, kudos to them. Kudos to fucking what's his name? Fucking inferiority complex, David Miscavige. That guy. Kudos to that guy because he just keeps it running. He's just printing fucking money, basically, and living on a boat.
he swindled the United States government. He got a book club turned into a religion for tax write-off purposes. We don't pay no motherfucking taxes. Give me your money.
They definitely greased some senators and shit for that, though. Like, I mean, it's pretty good. I think they're still greasing senators. Is all I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
grease them up, baby. Fuck.
I mean, yeah, dude. Fucking look at all these buildings and shit.
We're infiltrating the one on Charles Street. We're coming in,
and figure it out.
And I think if it gets to a point where, yes, you need to read the books. Oh yeah, we read them. Yep, read them all.
Read them.
Yeah,
saw them on the internet.
You can tell them we come from. Remember that scene from it was a Road Trip when they go to the fraternity house. They say, this is from our Ithaca chapter. We can just lie to them. Say
what if we just get on the same fucking page? Like, we do this really methodically. Mm-hmm. We get on the same page. We weave a tangled web, which is fucking, I don't know, what's the high level OT8? So because there are no more writings, because L. Ron Hubbard's dead, we come in there fucking super hot, and we're like, we're fucking L. Ron Hubbard reincarnated. We got OT9, motherfuckers. You want to read it? And they're going to be like, what? And then we just keep the fucking con going. Then we fucking take over from David Miscavige, but then don't correct any of the ills. We just fucking profit off it like shitbags.
In 3 weeks, you motherfuckers are going to try to get me to hold on to some fucking aluminum rods and be like, dude, you should really check it out.
You should definitely do this.
There's some benefits here. I'm telling you.
You got to cleanse your blood aura.
Cleanse your blood aura. Well, welcome to the Middle Classholes. Foxman, Murr, Allen. I'll be honest with you. I just cracked a beer now. Well, once we started recording. Went to a work happy hour yesterday after work. Shooey, boy. I was feeling today like, I don't think I'm going to have a drink when we record. As a matter of fact, I'm going to ask these guys if we could just do it in 45 minutes, like a speed recording. All right, first topic. Second topic. Man, yeah, it was a networking event. Alan, you're familiar with those. Mm-hmm. Someone like myself who's not in sales, it's mostly for the sales folks. I didn't really have much to do, so I kind of...
You just go and get in.
I did, and it was popping in Annapolis last night. I mean, it was packed.
Was it like a group, or was it just you guys? Like,
so it was our company, and then trusted vendors. So it's people we have done or will intend to do business with as a vendor, subcontractor. And they were all nice. They were very fine, I guess.
Was it open bar?
I didn't fucking get an invite.
It was.
Yeah, of course. Of course they were nice.
I didn't. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know what the event was until I got there. I just assumed it was the work happy hour. I was like, oh, what? We got vendors here? Oh, shit. But yeah, I tell you, and I think I split it about 10:30. That they forked out they forked out a voucher for everyone to get an Uber home, and it worked out for me because Annapolis to Baltimore is about $55. And they paid for that. But yeah, I can't be doing Wednesday nights like that anymore. Just kidding.
Well, let me ask you a very important question. Mm-hmm. Do you remember all of the conversations that you had, and especially towards the end?
It was the very yes. So yes, I remember all the conversations, but towards the end, the last beer and a half, I started kind of feeling it really hit me pretty heavy. I didn't have much of a dinner. They had hors d'oeuvres, and I think I plucked out a few bite-sized crab cakes, a couple wontons, and like a quiche-esque type.
A couple of mini street tacos. Yeah,
I wish
there's always random shit.
Right. So I did
mini beef Wellingtons.
I didn't exactly set the base all that well, and I had 2 Miller Lights, then I switched to IPAs, then I had a couple bourbons, then I had a couple shots. Yeah, it added up.
That's not networking. That's just drinking. That's not networking at all. I mean, it can be networking. I know some people who network like that, but I can if I choose to, but I don't.
Right.
With the Uber ride, you bilked your company for like $250.
Right?
I did.
At a happy hour.
That's fair.
Well, it started, it was 4 until 8 at the catered event / happy hour. And then we moseyed downstairs to the bar. It's a bar called Pussers. It's a tourist trap down in Annapolis. It's kind of whack, but
classy place to take the vendors.
Yeah. Well, we were upstairs. We were up the hotel portion. Yeah, had our own.
Well, I guess so. Yeah, that makes sense.
You could have jumped off the top and fell into Pussers at some point. If we'd hung around a lot longer, I may have done that. Ugh, it was bad. Listen. I don't mind having some beers throughout the week. I've been dialing it back for the beginning of the week, but yeah, man, there's Wednesday night slammers. Whew, they hit you a lot harder. They hit you a lot harder than it used to.
Well, I just know the last time I saw you, which was Saturday?
Saturday, maybe
or
leaking
Friday?
into Sunday morning. Yeah, I was really drunk then.
No way, because I remember I talked to your brother, and the first thing he said that you said in the morning was like, "Murr was here."
No, that's not true.
Hung out
Because
for an hour and a half.
I remember talking to you. That's not true. I didn't say that. He's fucking lying.
But
No,
let me just say this: I believe it wasn't very far fetched. I could believe that was the first thing you said in the morning.
Was I that bad?
You were pretty good.
Okay.
You were pretty good. You didn't really say sentences. You just said really long words with lots of syllables.
Wait, so were you up there, or were?
Yeah. So the hometown golf course had a scramble.
Okay.
We got the band together for a benefit, some VFW thing that they did the Star Spangled Banner and a prayer at the beginning and
Pledge of Allegiance at every tee box. I get it.
Yeah. But just a day drinking thing that turned into a few shots. And
Night drinking thing.
Yeah, then turned into a night drinking thing. Yeah, I felt like Sunday was rough. Sunday was really rough. Sunday was worse than today.
It'll happen.
Yeah, it'll happen. Well, I already said welcome to the middle classholes. I was trying to find a segue out of just talking about me being loaded last Saturday. You know, it was the weekend, all right? My brother was in town. Fuck everyone. Haters. Don't hate the game. Hate the haters. Speaking of haters. All right, so this is a follow-up story about was it January, February? We did a story on Goop, the vagina-scented candle starring Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yes, and her vagina.
Right. So and one of the better parts of that segment is Alan reading off the ingredient list. I don't know if you recall how extensive that was, but that was impressive. So the man who was a Colby Watson is his name. He bought one of these candles and it blew up. That was the gist of the story. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like something was wrong with the wick, and it started like sparking up like a road flare and damn near set the house on fire, and they couldn't put it out.
Right. So he is now filing a lawsuit against Goop. The man who says he bought "This Smells Like My Vagina" candle from Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop company claims it could have killed him when it exploded. And he's now filed a class action lawsuit, as I said. According to the legal docs obtained by TMZ. Why are they always in the middle of all this shit? The guy suing
they pay good money, bro.
That's right.
Yeah, by the way, okay, hold on. Before you continue, just because you talk shit on TMZ, at least they have reporters who press the issue. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's something lacking in America, is like pressing the issue. Now, they're pressing the issue on vagina-scented candles.
Like, are we using TMZ for journalistic integrity right now?
I'm just saying when they go for the story, they get to the bottom of it. They dig deep into the Paltrow vagina when it's
they dig deep into their bank account and pay someone with the information. Like, that's what I remember, like when paparazzi were like paparazzi and like killing people and shit. Fucking yeah, paparazzi were like, fuck yeah, TMZ pay me like $1 million. Just take this fucking picture of fucking Mandy Moore's feet. Just get him over there. Fucking $1 million. Like, so TMZ is shameless, sir.
Yeah, that's what I envision them as. And that's that stupid show that they have where it's just a bunch of reporters standing around cubicles, like bouncing
standing around in a fucking room.
Tell us about this story, huh? Will Smith farted in his wife's face? Oh God, tell us about it.
Oh God,
had a slight odor, and it was more of a poof rather than a. Anyway, so this guy's suing Goop.
Jada said it tasted like mahi mahi.
Yeah, so this guy's suing Goop for $5 million. Inherently dangerous vagina candles. Goop fails to warn. A lot of threats, a lot of hard words coming out of this man's mouth.
Man.
So he says a class action lawsuit. Maybe we'll have to bring this up to our legal team. But I guess how many people are involved in this class action lawsuit? Because I know with class action, one time, I don't remember who I got it from. I got a check in the mail for $5. because apparently I was like, without my consent per se, I was involved in a class action lawsuit for something I had purchased, and I guess they won, and it was like a $500 million lawsuit, but that many people were the beneficiaries of the verdict that we all got like $5. So I was here like, if you just want to stick it to a company, you get involved in a class action lawsuit. If you really want to win money, it's got to be like personal injury or personal. It's got to be like you versus them instead of everyone versus them.
Also, I think in class actions, and I don't know this, I'm not a fucking lawyer, I'm just spitballing here. I think that like certain people, like if Chad, who bought the Goop candle, like ended up with like 3rd-degree burns on his body, but like me and you bought the Goop candle, and
and got all turned on.
We burnt up a room a little bit, and we had to replace some carpet. Like we get $5, but he gets like $1 million. You know what I mean?
Mr. Giannis, how did you end up with 3rd-degree burns on your penis from the vagina candle?
Fucking Pepper Potts' pussy candle, goddammit. Fucking exploded in my living room.
That was actually just friction. Had nothing to do with the candle being lit.
Candle was lit in my vicinity, and I figured class action.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to start saying class action.
It was actually a terrible fried chicken accident. Homemade fried chicken accident.
I was listening to the
Goop
Colonel.
Candle was there. And I was watching Iron Man, and she was on TV, so, I mean, it makes sense to me.
I was listening to recordings of a fake Colonel Sanders, and burnt the shit out of me. Well, so, I mean, best of luck to him, I guess. Did any of you do any follow-up? I heard about this on my way into work while listening to 105.7. It's the Baltimore Sports Show. Somehow a Kardashian's mixed into this, and it might not be Khloe. It's either Kourtney or Kim's the famous one. Khloe or Kourtney, I don't know. One of them, I think, is now in on it. One of them has a hoo-hoo scented candle.
Like their own hoo-hoo scented candle?
I think it's with Goop. I think they're part of the Goop franchise now.
I think he means, does it smell like their vagina?
I will take Goop's word for it. I don't know.
Well, no, but I mean, like, okay, so the candle involved in this particular lawsuit is a Gwyneth Paltrow vagina scented candle.
This has nothing.
Is there a Kardashian scented candle?
Yeah, but this has nothing to do with the lawsuit. I just thought it was noteworthy to tell you that the Kardashians now have one of the many Kardashians have a vagina scented candle. That's all.
Sorry, it's Kim Kardashian's orgasm.
Oh, wow! I might buy that.
Yeah,
just for.
I mean,
scientific purposes.
That seems weird.
It smells like Ray J.
It smells like Reggie Bush.
That was fucking 15, 20 years ago. We need to let it go.
I know. I know.
Absolutely not. What fucking kind of shit is that?
Do you think that's what Kanye said to her? They're married for so long. Maybe that's why they broke up.
It's possible.
I was gonna say, like, how could? Oh man. Okay, like. I know there's guys out there that date strippers and things, but isn't that part of their kink? Like, Kanye, I'm not even trying to hate on Kanye. I think Kanye was in a relationship. But could you really let it go? Is that something you could let go? The chick that you're married to is only famous because of the sex tape, the amateur sex tape that she made. And then she sold her amateur sex tape to make a multi-billion-dollar empire. Is that ever something you could let go?
Pause. Her mom sold her sex tape.
Good point.
So, no, but see, here's the thing, though. I do not find that woman attractive in the fucking slightest. So, no, I cannot. If I was, Kanye is insane. So, who knows what the fuck's going on through his man? But nah, I couldn't. And I mean, come on, fucking Ray J. Like you couldn't have fucking tried for like a Joe, a fucking, I don't know, Baby Bash, if Frankie J, some fucking Ray J, like, I mean, come on, dog. He's Brandy's sister. He's not even his own person.
Well, did Ray J?
For Brandy's brother.
Did Ray J get anything out of that?
A couple top 20 hits.
He's still Ray J. I think he's like a crackhead. Did he? He had like maybe one top fucking 100 hit, sir. I don't give Ray J that much credit.
I'm just saying because I've seen the video and Ray J did all the work. in that video. He probably, and we're dudes. We know he set up the camera. Like, he did everything, like literally everything in that video.
This sounds like a class action lawsuit. I mean,
you could probably bring a class action up against the Kardashians. They've probably done enough damage to enough people. I don't know how many people you need for class action. We should be writing these down for legal counsel.
That'd be a hell of a litigation or arbitration. You know, if the lawyer for the Kardashians pulls out what you just said, man, you're nobody. You're Brandy's brother.
You're Brandy's brother, my man.
No one even knows who Brandy is anymore. Think these millennials know who Brandy is?
No, they don't. Look, I mean, there's nothing. Like, I'm looking at his Wikipedia, and it's like some fluff about him being Brandy's brother, and then like him being on TV shows because he was Brandy's brother, and then the sex tape. And that's about it.
Doesn't even say where he grew up. His early childhood.
I mean, yeah, but nobody gives a shit about that.
Parented by.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does. It says that, but who cares?
Found his voice.
That's unimportant.
Found his voice in middle school. Doesn't say anything like that.
I mean, I don't think so. I didn't read it that in depth. I'm not going to peruse. I'm not going to get deep into Ray J's Wikipedia page.
I got you. I appreciate the Cliff Notes.
It's not on the cards.
That works.
Yeah,
that works.
Get a VH1 dating show, so you know it's good. So you know he's a piece of crap. Come on.
I'm not vouching for him. I'm just saying, you know, he deserves some money. That's all.
Oh yeah, he probably blew it already though.
Yeah, literally. So we'll keep that. We'll keep that in mind for asking for a friend, which we'll have Adam back on in approximately 2 weeks. Shameless plug there. Stay tuned. Anyone who has a legal question to run by our on. What we say? We have him on a retainer, but we don't pay him. What do you call that? A loose retainer?
Mooching off a friend.
Mooching off a friend who's incredibly smart, asking for a friend. Moving on, a couple twin brothers here, one of which refuses to be the best man in his twin brother's wedding. Without blowing my cover here, so you'd be like, wait a minute, Christ, it's your twin brother? You grew up together, you lived, pretty inseparable lives. I know twins, a lot of them are really, really close, really good friends, they have a connection, etc., etc. But the twist of this is that the person who's getting married is engaged to the person, his twin brother's ex. So these 21-year-olds getting married too fucking early. So the best man dated this girl when they were 16. They were together for about 2 years, and then by the time they went to universities, the pair decided to split. Yada yada. The other one falls in love. Shock turns to horror. This guy refuses. I tell you, when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, fuck that. I wouldn't be that guy's best man. But if you dated when you were in fucking high school, and now they're getting married. Weak sauce. Yeah.
Well, this is literally like a case of bros before hoes.
Yeah.
And, look, I think about how the one twin feels towards the brother that's now marrying his ex-girlfriend, because obviously she was attracted to that imagery. Okay, if they're identical, they look the same. But that means that your personality is so shitty that she had to go for the other one. And that one worked, and yours didn't. I don't know, man. I mean, obviously, he's going to be at the wedding, but does he want to be the best man? What does he know? What intimate details does the jaded brother have about the ex-girlfriend that the current brother doesn't necessarily know? Because, even back then, there was, 16. There's some deep emotional connection going on. What did she do to fuck up that brother that he's like, I can't be a part of this bullshit? Good luck. Sayonara.
Wait, did you just say at 16 there was a deep emotional connection?
Yeah, right?
I'm not saying that it was. Yes, I am saying that. What are you saying? What? It's probably honestly because you're still forming your emotional connections, that it's probably like a deeper grafted bond to your fucking brainstem. That's where you learned to love.
Now,
so that's got to like.
I think of this case is this. these people that are getting married are 21. Okay, first of all, ridiculous, but whatever. To each their own. Get married when you want to get married. At that age, and these brothers are the same, they're identical twins, are the exact same age. At 21, you still have the mindset of like people who I dated you can't date my buddies, you can't date my friends. At 21, yeah, I mean it's 5 years ago. These fuckers were still in high school, sophomores, juniors, and then to get out, yeah, I'm certainly he feels like this bros before hoes. He's got that young man mentality. What are you doing dating this girl that I already ran up in? Can't do that. No.
That's good usage.
I ain't going to be standing next to you. That's what that was. It sounds like a bunch of cheap-ass malarkey bullshit to me.
I mean, these guys... Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was going to say, these guys, Wesley, could not have gone to Frostburg because a lot of intermingling. A lot of friends having friends.
Yeah.
Who have some other friends.
Right.
It all,
That's there's a term for that, and it's called
entanglements.
It's called wiener cousins. Is the term that we came up with.
Wiener cousins.
That's all I got to say about that.
I mean, I don't know. I guess you're right, Murray. It depends on if this was like his first love. Then yeah, I can't. Like if I was this guy and this was my high school's love, I'd be like, nah, I'm not being in your wedding, bro.
And like Wes said, it's still pretty close to home because they were in high school.
Yeah.
Not
that long
18, 2020. No, look, if you graduate when you're 18, that's 3 years ago.
Right.
And so if they're getting married now, let's just say they at least like dated for a year. So now you're going down to like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then how long did the brother date the other one? So now you're down to like 1 year ago. And your own brother is now dating your ex-girlfriend. I'm just saying, like, there's such a short time span here that there couldn't have been very many, nothing gets you over your ex like an ex between your ex. And there probably hasn't been that many exes between here and there up to this point. And now, hey, man, I want you to be my best man. Hey, fuck you.
Yeah. I have to wonder if this was discussed prior. Like he basically has said, you know what I mean? If you get married, I'm not being your best man. Nope, don't even ask me. And he's probably like, well, whatever. I'm going to slip a ring on it. We'll talk. We'll figure it out. We'll set our differences aside. And you will. And this guy's like, nope, not doing it. Not me.
Do you think that this is a unique opportunity for first brother? Is what I'm going to call him because he got that first. The first brother. Like tests the waters and sees if she'll cheat on him on the other brother. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, not like he's going to follow through with it, but like test the bitch and be like, hey.
Well, yeah, but doesn't she always have an out? Because I thought it was you.
Yeah, but that's bullshit. I mean, if you come up to me and you're like, I thought it was you, I'm smacking the shit out of you and telling you to get the fuck out of my face. Like, nope. I don't care. You better figure that shit out. You better put a mark on me like Michael did in The Office. Like, I don't care. You better figure it out, bitch. Like, it is not my job to make sure that you are inserting the right penis into your vagina. That is your job.
Yeah. But it's the same penis.
I mean, touche. Fair
enough. This could also, I mean, if he said no first time and the brother was really persistent, it could make for a really good best man speech if he really wanted to piss some people off, ruffle some tail feathers,
Yeah, I don't know. Or you could just wing it and like have a really embarrassing like best man speech.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How does my dick taste? How does my dick taste? Something like that.
Sure.
Run
that's
a
little extreme.
Run with the microphone and try to take it away.
Depends on the mood for the day. Depends on how heavily you've gotten into the open bar before speech time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could give him pointers on that. I could
have you switched to straight liquor for the evening? Because let's get it on. let's start cooking.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer. I just think. I mean, yes. I just think a lot of this has to do with the fact of their age, and they're still immature. I mean, yeah, they're 21, but kids, children. No, I'm not gonna be a best man. I was girlfriend with you a few years ago. All right.
I will say that if the person you ask to be your best man turns you down, don't ask them again, because you're asking for it after that. Because that best man speech is going to be a big pile of turds.
Yeah.
Big pile.
Or you just don't show up. Be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm coming. I'm definitely coming.
I'll be there.
Not coming.
Not the ring.
No, sir.
That's
Yeah, and then do something silly. Yeah. That's actually a novel idea there, Mer. Yeah, I'll hold on to that for you. Randy's Pawn, right down the fucking road. We'll hold on to that too. For fucking half the price.
Shit. Mer, you there was something in the news here. This is a bit of your bit, but I'll set the table here. There was a survey for Americans on who the real kingdom of the wild is, the king of the wild. So basically, they've had what animal would win in a wild animal battle royale. All right.
So they stole our idea, is what you're saying. I got it.
Yeah, basically. They did. They kind of stole our idea. But you know what? I give them credit because they did a national survey to figure out what animals Americans thought that they could beat in a fight. Now, they went through and they did a whole breakdown, which animal would win in a fight. And they put random animals up on the screen. And they just kind of got a good survey of who people in America think is the fiercest animal in the wild. Now, most people think that the lion takes the cake, but apparently 74% of Americans believe that an elephant would win and you got to remember, this is blank slate, any animal, any fight, 74% of the time, the elephant wins. And a tie for number one was a rhinoceros, which is bullshit because obviously a rhinoceros would beat an elephant in a fight, right?
Nope.
No, not necessarily. Nope. I don't think.
Full grown elephant, the weight. You're talking about 2 to 3 times the size of a rhino. Like you could look at YouTube that real quick, and I'm looking at the same one you're looking at.
Yeah. Plus, like,
I'm gonna say I look at it the same one you're looking at. Rhinos and elephants.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I am. Okay, grizzly bear at number 3, tiger at 4, hippo at 5. I'm gonna tell you right now, grizzly bear or tiger or even 2 grizzly bears or 2 tigers isn't beating a fucking hippo. No way. No shot. Not happening. Hippos are dump trucks and they're wildly aggressive.
They're wildly aggressive, but they've only got one point of attack, and that's the mouth. With a tiger taking on a hippo, a tiger's got, the razor claws, it's got the agility, it's got a bite like a motherfucker. I'm not saying that hippos aren't aggressive. Now, a hippo against a man, no question. I think a man's actually got a better chance probably against a tiger than a hippo.
There's only 2 animals on this list that a hippo wouldn't beat. And I think rhino would be 50-50. It would be the elephant. Outside of that, no way. They swim amongst crocs and bully them around.
Yeah, but that's one attack vector that they have to worry about, and they've evolved to supersede that attack vector. These big words.
Okay, so in
your plus they're basically like fucking giant fish.
Your humble,
they're very aquatic.
They do quite well in short bursts on land. In your humble opinion, you tell me a grizzly or a tiger beats a hippo?
I'm telling you, I think a grizzly can beat a hippo. Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes. I just think
I think that's a fairer fight than you are making it out to be. Do I think a tiger can? Maybe.
I think the sheer
probably not. These are all one-on-ones, right? We're not talking because I've seen a pack of fucking lions take down an elephant. That's happened.
The sheer weight would just mow it over. He would stampede it and fucking
the tiger,
the grizzly.
What's all right? So pause. What's the average weight of a fucking hippo? Right.
I'm
going to say 1,400 pounds.
14 to 1,600 pounds.
Average weight of a hippo. A male hippo, 33 to 4,000 pounds. Male
that's
hippo.
A big
yeah,
that's a big.
Right.
That's a big.
Grizzly bear weight.
I'm going to say
400 to 600?
900 to 1,200.
Males are about 600.
Oh, wow.
So you're talking 5 times the fucking size of it. I mean, yeah, with that kind of fucking, I don't know, but grizzlies just have more fucking more weapons at their disposal. Yes. Like, yeah, you got to carve up some fucking blubber, but grizzly catches the fucking hippo in the right spot. It's a wrap.
I don't know. Actually, no, I'm with Wes on the hippo versus grizzly. Because now that you brought the blubber into it, so the grizzly bear, he's got 10 knives. He takes a couple slashes. Hippo turns, one chomp. Grizzly done.
There's videos of like lions like clawing on a hippo's rear quarters and drinking blood, and the hippo is just kind of like, hey, what's going on back there?
Yeah. I mean, they are pretty heavily armored. That's fair, and blubbered.
Yeah, I also Goose brought in the tail at 14%, right behind unarmed human, followed by ostrich at 28%. I don't know. I think I could beat an ostrich.
No, you can't beat an ostrich.
Oh, fuck no, dude. They're fucking brutal.
Really?
And they give you kicks. Yeah.
It's like a velociraptor, like, dressed up in clown paint. It's just ready to fucking rip you apart, but it looks like it's ready to blow a balloon animal up for you. Exactly. It will rip you to pieces. But I think the most fascinating part of this whole article is what unarmed Americans think that they could beat in a fight. I want to start out this one. Now, obviously, you could beat a rat in a fight, right, Alan?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, for some reason, rat came in at 72%. So that means that, 28% of Americans don't think that they could beat a rat in a fight.
These are people who are like deathly scared. They'll run.
Imagine who are those people? Like, looking at the survey, like, man, fucking rat. Like, how big of a rat? Like, New York rat? Fuck. I mean, I'm frail. No, I'm going to say no. I don't think I got a rat. I don't think I got it.
Your biggest rat's as big as like a fucking rugby ball. Like, just fucking punt that motherfucker in the fight. I mean,
it would definitely fuck you up a little bit before you got it punted. But, yeah, at that size, it's definitely getting like a bite in. You know what I mean? But you're definitely like every human with its full faculties should be able to fucking take a rat.
Yeah. Maybe, okay, fine. Maybe you sustain minimal damage, but you're going to beat a rat in a fight. And the fact that rat is, well, I guess it is, okay, it's above house cat, but, okay, house cat came in at 69%. So 31% of humans in America don't think they could beat a house cat in a fight. Now, I think a house cat would definitely put up a better fight than a rat, but not simply 3% better fight.
These people, and I bet you a fair amount of the people who were the percentage that didn't think they could are fucking cat owners. You believe that shit? Like, I don't know.
I just couldn't do it. I couldn't hurt it.
Mr. Tickles could really put up a fight. I've seen him around the home.
I was talking with Kelly this weekend about like she said something, or she said like somebody, I guess a coworker has a cat and it's like, X pounds. And I was like, oh, is it a Maine Coon? And she was like, oh, it is. How did you know that? And I was like, because they grow to the size of like actual big cats. Like, so yeah, I figured that's what it was because you said it's like 60 pounds. And yeah, like that one of those will fuck you up.
Sure.
Good, but I still think you kill it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not a fucking bobcat or like a lynx.
I do want to go.
Those are a little bit more deadly.
Go over a few more of these, especially because medium-sized dog, 49%. All right. This is a large dog, 23%. Now, here's a good one. Then you get some, it's all these less than 20%. All these remaining are less than 20% of humans think they can beat them. But these are probably some real stubborn, self-inflated, type A personality, beach-bodied, steroided assholes. Go ahead, Mur.
Yeah, but this is where I actually, so the first, few, I was disappointed in America. Mm-hmm. But as we get deeper into the list, then I start to get a little bit oh yeah, America.
What?
You're inflated. No. Yeah. Because the inflated American ego starts to come in fuck that. I could beat that motherfucker. That's the American, that's the Joe Rogans we need. No, listen, they're delusional. Don't take me wrong. But I like that go get 'em delusional American gung ho attitude. That's what I'm here for. Go ahead. I want to see which ones that you were most impressed with.
I mean, 17% chimpanzee. No,
nope.
there's been
not.
Documented stories about chimps ripping dudes' thumbs off and ripping their dicks off. Can you imagine having a thumb ripped out of its fucking joint?
No, I cannot.
By the way, it's dick, then thumbs, then arms completely out of socket. So that's the pattern they like to go for.
Yo, the fact that the first two are even on the fucking table, and that the third one is even physically fucking possible tells me that nope, I got no shot.
That's right.
Like you're telling me that another fucking primate, it's got hands and thumbs like me, can rip my fucking arm out of my socket. Nope, I'm done.
And they like to bite really with a pretty good force.
Like I couldn't probably, a grown man, probably couldn't rip a toddler's arm out of their socket, and I'm just same species. Yep. I mean, maybe do some serious damage, but like off.
Yeah.
Chimpanzees
true.
take it off of your body. No way.
King Cobra, that's a little more believable to me. 15%, that seems reasonable. You could get behind
it. Would be higher.
There's people just deathly afraid. They probably think if they get you once, which is possible. If you get close enough, you could get bit.
Yeah, but how many meek Indian men have you seen grab a cobra by the throat? As soon as you got it by the throat, it's game over. I mean, it's a matter of like manipulating the neck bones until they're broken in half. But but you got him. As long as he can't bite you, he can't hurt you.
You just go, you go straight fucking soccer style on him.
I feel like, like Murr's on the right path here. Like a Steve Irwin type, like a croc hunter, kind of gave me the false confidence to know that if I just grab any dangerous snake behind its head, it's pretty much useless. Just like the same as like, all I got to do is jump on top of the alligator. As long as I'm not anywhere else, I'm fucking good. If I get on top of it, we're fucking gravy.
Yeah.
And anywhere else, I'm dead.
Yeah. So here we go. Going on. Kangaroo 14%, and I think that was probably the kangaroo was probably by virtue of the video of the dude punching the kangaroo, which we saw. But then again, no, I doubt it. I doubt that you're taking on a kangaroo. But neither here nor there. 12%.
That kangaroo gave up.
Yeah. He took that guy's
shot.
The
kangaroo wanted to keep going. Like, yeah, he was like, "Oh, that kind of hurt. Why'd you do that?" And then, fuck it.
Right.
Like,
but I think what fascinates me most about that, though, is that a kangaroo, for some reason, less people think they can beat a kangaroo than think they can beat a chimpanzee. Like, you have a much better shot at beating a kangaroo's ass than you do a chimpanzee's ass. Although I don't think you could beat either one's ass.
Right.
Just saying, between the two, that those should be flipped.
Right. I agree with that. Wolf 12%. Nope.
Yeah.
Not happening. Croc 9%.
Nope. Never.
Don't know what you're thinking unless you're thinking it's on land.
On top of it.
Yeah, on land.
Unless you get on top of it on land. Oh yeah, in the fucking water. No thanks.
Gorilla 8%.
Pretty much anything in the water. I'm out.
You can't. Okay, you cannot be killed by a crocodile, but how are you going to kill it with your bare hands? Like, I think if a crocodile was attacking and I got on its back, like Alan said, yeah, I won't die, but I'm not beating the croc. I'm just not dying.
I think at that point you just gotta hunt. You just gotta sit on top of it until one of you exhausts itself enough to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta hold on. Just hold on for dear life. Roll around with it if you want to. Just don't ever let go, or you're dead.
Yeah, the crocs
That's pretty much it.
Are warm-blooded reptiles, and they don't have stamina. So I guess you think you watched a few Gator Boy episodes and you can work it.
Oh, I don't think that this is. I don't think that that's an option for myself. I'm just saying that's feasibly if you don't have a weapon. Like, you jump on top of it, what's your next recourse? Like, you can't try to smash its skull in. It's basically fucking a giant rock with teeth in it. So
rear naked choke.
Yeah, you're just holding on you're holding on till it exhausts itself. At which point you may be able to fucking, I don't know, stomp it to death or something. But fuck,
stupid.
You're dead.
9%, 8% for the next three: gorilla, elephant, and lion.
Gorilla shouldn't even be on the fucking list.
Yeah, not happening ever. And then number 6, grizzly bear, and it shows the picture of Leo surviving the grizzly attack in that one movie. Was it the Reverend?
That was a film.
Yeah.
Well, it was a film. It was based on a true story. That guy actually did. What's his name? Last name Glass or something. Yeah, he killed the grizzly with a knife, but that was armed. Okay, this is unarmed. I do have a big raging American boner for the 6 people who said they could beat a fucking grizzly bear in a fight. It ain't happening ever. It's just physically impossible. There's a reason we have the largest brain pan of any upright mammal. that's ever walked the face of the earth. Fighting fisticuffs with wild beasts ain't our strong suit. Outsmarting them is where we butter our bread with their blubber.
And with that,
we lost the ability to rip arms out of sockets quite a while ago.
That's right. And with that, I'm going to go make me a tuna fish sandwich.
We aren't doctors, but we'd love to take a look at some more of the middle class holes.
And they did a lot of dick jokes with who was the fucking coach of the football team back then?
Spurrier?
Yeah. They brought him out and did a lot of questionable shit with him in the fucking ring. It was, him and Triple H and Shawn Michaels got in trouble for that one. But I was in the audience. I actually got on TV for that one too, flexing like a motherfucker.
Damn. Damn.
I did and I gave the old DX chop too, like.
that was big. I actually got I probably should have gotten suspended, but I don't think teachers knew what it was. But I got called out during a pep rally. Remember they'd intro you if you were on a team, they'd call you out like blah blah blah, and you go to the middle of the basketball court. Yeah, I gave the freshman bleacher side the suck it. And I think I got stared at, and someone was like, "What was that?" And I was like, "Oh, it was just playful jokes." And I go, "Okay, well, keep it down." Didn't know what that means. It's like, I told him to suck my dick. That's what that was. Shit. And Murray, you got to wrestle in a kind of unsanctioned pro wrestling match, correct?
Nice.
Yeah, I was the part of a local celebrity Toys for Tots benefit, and they didn't want us there because wrestling is so in-house, and it's very like these guys aren't real wrestlers, so no one helped us craft a match. So I literally sat down with a piece of notebook paper and wrote out every move for the match for me and my co-host, and I think we put together a pretty fantastic match.
Yeah getting in the squared circle. Something you always wanted to do since childhood.
Dude, that was great. It was really great. I took the rock bottom at one point. I took a clothesline from hell, and I sold it.
What was the stipulation is that you were going to take 99% of the bumps from your giant co-host, but you were going to win with some sort of like swerve at the end? Yeah, okay. You're going to pull like a sunset flip or the tuck or something?
This is how I wrote it up, right? So at the very end, my co-host, because technically at the time he was the night show guy and I was one of the morning show guys. He was 6'6", about 260 pounds. I'm 5'6", 140 pounds, and so he gives me the rock bottom, and I'm fucked up. And then he starts doing and then my co-host jumps on the apron and spits water at him from his water bottle. And he turns around. It's like, what the fuck, man? And then I slowly kind of crawl up to all fours. And then my co-host pushes him and he falls over top of me. And then I small package him into the 1, 2, 3.
Beautiful. Yeah, the small package. And I tell you, that's some long-lasting kind of from a distance, but someone who's watched wrestling for a long, long time as a child, using the manager as a decoy. Mm-hmm. That's well thought out, man. Yeah. You got to get the manager involved, the Bobby Heenans of the world.
It's like 3D chess for fucking morons.
That's right. So, welcome back to the Middle Class Holes, Murr, Allen, Fox, man. So the people at Japan, the scientists in Japan, they just don't stop. They just keep cranking out cutting edge stuff here. And a new study that they were doing and they just call it a team of Japanese scientists. So let your imagination unfold with that one. Has shown that
that's all of Japan, by the way.
That's right. So this team of scientists has shown that it's possible for mammals to absorb oxygen via the anus. That's right. Your own butthole can breathe. Intrigued by how certain sea creatures breathe through their intestines and emergencies, researchers at Tokyo Medical and Dental University were able to prove that the same was true under experimental circumstances with mice, rats, pigs, published their findings in the journal Med on Friday. And I apologize. This is the Japanese Times is trying to get me to create an account, so I can only read through. It looks like it's reading through stained glass. For higher other animals, respiration involves breathing via oxygen and excreting carbon dioxide using lungs or gills. Some species, however, have evolved alternate ventilatory mechanisms. Loaches, catfish, sea cucumbers, and orb-weaving spiders can also use their hindgut to oxygenate and survive in emergencies. So, not sure. I didn't see humans, but hey, got a certain little level that can breathe out the rear ends. This is talking shit, man. Talking shit. What do you make of this? Is there much to be made of it?
I'm just trying to figure out what emergency situation I'm in where I'm like, I gotta get my asshole.
It's right.
I gotta get my asshole above zero here. Hold on. Like, am I stuck in the muck? Did I dive off like a bridge into some like low lying water, and now my anus is in the air, and I just have to like open her up
right.
a little bit and let some air in? Like, what is the emergency situation where I now need to teach my body to functionally breathe out of its asshole?
The only thing I can think of off the top of my head is if a UFC fighter is getting choked out. They're getting the rear naked choke or a darce or something, or a triangle, and they then learn to suck some air through their butthole as they squirm out of it.
Taps out.
Yeah.
Breathes through his ass.
Yeah. That's about it.
I don't know. This doesn't seem like a useful human fucking attribute. Like like Murr said, I don't see why we need it. Like, I guess it'd be cool. I guess kind of, but
so for the ones that I rattled off, what would they need it for?
I don't fucking know. I mean, they're at least most of them, if I recall, were water-dwelling creatures. So that seems like being able to figure out another way to breathe might be useful. You know what I mean? Like if you're a sea cucumber and you get tossed up on land, you're like, I can breathe there.
No, they were saying that
cool.
Those figured out a different way to breathe via their natural habitat. This says mice, rats, and pigs. So at what point does I
understood the way you read that. So,
does a little piggy?
Okay.
This little piggy went to the market. This little piggy breathed out his asshole, and now
maybe because pigs feed so aggressively that they don't have time to breathe in between, so they need to fucking breathe out the butt to get all that slop in there. The other animals, I got nothing for you. That's my fucking hypothesis on the pig.
So Joey Chestnut, the world eating competition champion, like he's knee deep in a fucking pile of wings. Doesn't have time to take that breath. He can just open up the anus, and just keep going down.
That's probably exactly what happened. Like Kobayashi could never figure out how to breathe through his butt, and so that's why he lost his title to Chestnut. And Chestnut's just sitting up there, fucking, just sucking him in big through that butthole.
And it's certainly not coincidental that it was a team of Japanese scientists who figured this out. They've gotten to the bottom of it. They're wondering why their man got snubbed so long in the Nathan's hot dog eating competition.
That's basically what it's just been a decades-long research into how Kobayashi lost to Joey Chestnut.
Okay. I know Japan doesn't have a lot else to concentrate on, and so they find these little pet projects for their scientists. And by the way, what is it, like medical research and dental? Wasn't that who they were?
The Tokyo Medical and Dental University, yes.
Yes, okay. All right. So, they're really kind of packing it all in there, that one school, right?
Hold on. Just before interject, University of Maryland Medical, the medical school right down the street, does have a dental program. So it's not too far-fetched that medical schools do have a dental thing. This may just be they have to label it that. But I get what you're saying.
Maybe their dental program is like the top draw. So they threw it on the title. You know what I mean?
Could be.
But it's just a regular college, too. Like, it's a medical school, but our dentists are top-notch.
But as far as who we give, like, I don't know, scientific credentials to, can we like start to like really narrow down the categories of like what they study? Just because you have an inkling that animals can breathe out their buttholes, does that really mean you should spend time and research dollars to figure out if it's possible?
Could have been an accident.
Can we just concentrate on shit that matters? Like the QAnon fucking med beds. Can we concentrate on that?
Well,
and not the butthole breathing?
According to these Japanese scientists, this shit does matter. And
maybe you need to learn how to breathe through your butthole to survive medbed surgery.
Could be.
Good point.
Could be.
Yeah. Maybe that's the only drawback. It's like we can cure cancer, but you got to figure out how to learn how to breathe through your butthole, or else you won't live inside the tube.
Yeah,
but you asked the question.
I just say, and they could figure. I don't know how they figured this out, but my mind, being the child and dick and fart joke extraordinaire that I am, I like to think that they just hooked up like balloons to these animals' rear ends and just watch them get filled up.
Well, yeah, filling them up's not the problem. Sucking them back in is the issue.
Sucking in, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Didn't think about that.
Like how big of a breath of air can you take through their anus? You know what I mean?
Point.
Like, sometimes I'm just naturally breathing. Sometimes I'm like, take a big breath. Can I do that with my butthole? Take a big old breath in.
Doesn't give any type of real, I guess, quantifiable data to answer that type of question.
Usually a good sound of a scam.
There's Stephen Gundry in here.
Fucking lectins. Oh man, no, this is silly.
However, since such preparations would be unlikely acceptable for humans, they also tried using oxygen. Okay, then they get it. Perfluoroalkyl. Never mind. Not even going to try it. Never mind.
Yeah. Don't even.
Yeah. People are going to be breathing out of their assholes before too long. You watch, folks.
Basically,
it's coming your way. It's coming your way. So, breathe. I would like to think that this man inadvertently knows how to breathe out of his rear end. This is why he has lived so long. But a 111-year-old Australian who is now the country's oldest living person ever shared his take in a tip on how to live long. Do you guys know what it was?
I'm aware, and I don't know why I do this to myself, because I know I sent you the story, and I sent it to you in like anger. So continue.
Okay. So Dexter Kruger, retired cattle rancher, who is now 111 and 124 days. So congratulations to him. I also like to point out he has a 74-year-old son. That's fucking wild.
Holy shit.
So the key the key to long-lasting life, chicken brains. Quote, chicken brains, chickens have a head, and in there's a brain, and they are little delicious things. There's only one bite though. And then they go on to tell you about how his fucking so he lives in a nursing home. His memory is super good. He's very sharp. And that's about it. This old guy, this old geezer is sucking back chicken brains like Chevy Chase was eating bull testicles in Funny Farm.
So what makes me mad about this is like old people just need to shut the fuck up. Old people like this, just shut the fuck up. You don't know why you're old. You're probably old because you lived a hard fucking life. You live like next to some kid whose legs didn't work because he had polio, and your other neighbor had a fucking iron lung. You lived a hard fucking life, and now you live in soft times. Hard men in soft times live a long time. Not because they were eating fucking chicken brains, you dipshit motherfucker. Anyway, I get mad at this kind of stuff. What do you think the success to long life is? Well, it's got to be the chicken brains. No, you were eating chicken brains because you were eating fucking dirt as a child. And the only thing you had to eat was chicken brains. They have no correlation. And then we have dumbass reporters who put this shit out there. If this was the case, don't you think that the Japanese scientists at the fucking Medical Institute of butthole technology and dental surgery would fucking be first thing on chicken brains. 111 years old. It's got to be something. No, it's never anything that these old assholes say it is. It just never is. So stop it.
Well, sorry. Japanese live to like 1 million years old, so they would never research this because they don't need it. And it's clearly there's no way it could be chicken brains. It has to be chicken anuses because of the oxygen-rich tissues in the chicken anus. So this is fucking wild. I don't know. He's 111 years old. He's fucking lucky. That's my take on it. He's fucking lucky. He's still alive. He's lucky he's still alive right now. He's lucky he's still alive 5 minutes from now. Yeah. 111 years old. He's just fucking on borrowed time, bud. He's just riding it out till the wheels fall off. Like the picture of him, like, this is what happens when you go to 111. Your skin just ceases to stick to your body. Like, it's just like, nope. Why are we still here? We're supposed to be decomposed now. Like, so, whatever. If he wants to think it's chicken brains, let him think it's chicken brains because, I mean, at literally any minute.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, you hit the nail on the head with incredibly lucky. To live, I hate to say this, but accidents happen. People get in car wrecks, plane crashes, they ran over, fall off things, et cetera, et cetera. When you live past, I think in my eyes, like 70 or 80, I think you lucked out. Grace, I had a middle school teacher, all right? He was mowing his lawn and a fucking a tree limb that was rotting fell off and smashed him, okay? And you may have had him, Lupoli. Remember that guy?
Oh, Looper?
Larry Lupoli. Yeah, that's fucking tragic, man. I don't like thinking about that. But then you figure...
Is that what killed him?
That's what killed him, yeah. Unfortunately.
Wow, the woodworking... The woodworking teacher,
the industrial technology guy.
Wood.
Yeah, I know. It's
like, I like how Wes is kind of trying to be serious, and Murr was about to be like, "Oh, the fucking irony."
He and I didn't get along so well, so
But then,
and Wes kind of liked him.
Not really, but besides the point.
He looked like Super Mario, by the way.
Yeah, he did. He could have been what's his face's stunt double in that shitty movie that Adam thinks is award winning.
The last name Lupoli. You don't say. He's an Italian man.
That's right. The thing I didn't, it wasn't so much his teaching, because I think he was a fine industrial technology teacher, which was an art. He reffed after school intramural basketball. And instead of reffing, he was very critical. He was extremely critical of like middle school basketball players, and he used to just fucking drive me bananas. So whatever. But my point is, accidents happen, disease happens, and then if you manage to get through all that, people just die because they're old. Like natural causes at 94. I get it. Say no more. 111. God, yeah. Dude, I'll inject chicken brains into my dick hole if I could. I don't know. Do I want to be 111? I don't know.
No, you don't, because like everything hurts. I'm sure.
Right.
Like we're not built for that. We're not built for 100. Dude, we're not even built for like 70. We were fucking up. Remember when we used to just like get married at 12 and have kids and shit? That was how humans worked. And then we started fucking shit up, and we have 111-year-old fucking crazies who think chicken brains is the key to life. No, we fucked up.
Well, and back to my point about like, hard times, the guy lives in Australia where everything fucking kills you. And if you dodged all of those venomous bullets for your entire fucking existence, you're probably going to go a little longer than the average folk. So I don't know. By the way, you're old when they start counting your days too. That's 111 right, yeah. And 129 days.
124 days.
One more of these days here under my belt.
That's what Alan said. It's like, I'd be shocked in 5 minutes from now.
like if breaking news, 111-year-old man just died. Surprise. Like,
I'll tell you, his 74-year-old son. Now I don't know if he's the next of kin or the heir to his throne or whatever. But if
last of kin,
last of kin. But if he's like the title, if he's mentioned in the will as like the beneficiary of everything, I would get an autopsy on his heart. I'd like to see just what fucking Secretariat, goddamn, twice the size Cadillac motor that sucker has, and how many beats it had for his life.
It's just a fucking, when they crack it open, it's just a large chicken brain.
Throbbing chicken brain.
Throbbing chicken brain. But inside of, he's like, told you.
I thought you were gonna say it was like the dude from Men in Black. The one with the cat.
A little fucking tiny alien.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does KFC contact this man for a new promotion?
Do they
Chicken
have
brain poppers?
That's chicken brain poppers with a dipping sauce, or
Yeah. It's with some kind of a honey barbecue.
Chicken blood.
Maybe like a zesty ranch.
Ooh.
I was going to say like either chicken blood or what's the lining? Isn't there a like gelatinous lining between your skull and your brain?
Yeah, there is some stuff in between there. Yes, there's fluids.
Okay.
Membranes.
Right.
So you took it way darker than we were going.
Well, you just call it that. I mean, it could be something with food coloring.
We were talking about like a lighthearted, fucking value meal. You get some potato wedges and some chicken brain poppers. You went fucking real dark on it.
Isn't it crazy though that you can eat the entire chicken body, but as soon as you get the brain, they're like KFC. Whoa. KFC's like, I don't. No. We can't do that.
Bro.
We can't do it. We can do the brain.
Fucking KFC in Nicaragua probably sells chicken brains. It's just because it's not for an American audience, sir.
Right.
So, other places would be like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Just upsell that, uptick it. Now they have a spokesman, a 111-year-old, 124-day man named, I don't even remember what his name was. Daxter? Congratulations to him.
Yeah, Dexter Kruger.
Congratulations to him. Former cattle rancher. Well, that's
the crazy thing. Not only did he live in Australia, he lived in the outback. He was like an outback farmer. So he definitely should have died a long time ago.
Say unless he just was super fit, and didn't smoke, obviously. But if you live that kind of blue collar, you could keep in shape, keep fit and trim, roll through the 60s and 70s. Voila, baby. Here we go. 2020, here we come.
60s and 70s, you got 30 more fucking years left.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute. Doesn't that mean he was damn near eligible for like all the wars?
Every war ever imaginable? Yeah, it does.
Yeah, and wasn't that around? Hold on, dude. Because weren't Australia was still under England rule, so they were like, "You motherfuckers, you're fighting."
He's just
he
was like the first Australian prisoner. He was the first fucking British prisoner in the penal colony, and now he's still alive. He's just fucking popping chicken brains.
Right.
Because doesn't that mean he was born in like 1909, and you went to war when you were like 12? So he could have fought in World War I, II, all of Vietnam, Korea.
I doubt
everything.
I doubt World War One, and then by the time II came around, he may have been a little bit old. Maybe that's it. Maybe he was one of those like sweet spots where he was too young for World War One, too old for World War II.
Or maybe he was one of those sweet spots where like only 5 Australians fought in it. So
yeah,
he was. By the way, he was. By the way, just to give you an idea, he was 30 years old when World War II broke out.
Right?
Yeah.
That's wild.
And that was old back then. They didn't want your 30-year-old creaky ass with a gun. Mm-mm.
Fuck no. We were getting fucking forged 16-year-olds and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We were good to go. We didn't need his old ass.
That's it. My uncle, my dad's brother, technically served in World War II, but didn't go overseas. He did. So he was 17. Did. Prisoner POW transfer in the States. This is like a part where they were bringing German POWs back stateside, and they were somewhere, and I guess some German colonel got all fucking big on him, and he just said, "Listen, man, I was 17 years old, and I needed to change my fucking pants after that occurrence, because like at that point I was about ready to shoot him." And it would have caused a major uproar, shooting a POW. And mind you, like I was like, holy hell, I'm 17 years old. God, oh God, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here.
This guy has definitely fucking facilitated genocide.
Yeah,
and I'm 17 years old.
I'm in I'm in Ohio on a train with this guy.
right? Yeah, that'd be kind of wild.
Yeah. So, well, congratulations to the guy. Chicken brains it is. Maybe we ought to get a little chicken brain tasting session here in the middle class holes. While after we infiltrate the local Baltimore chapter Scientology center, we got a lot of a lot. What's that?
We should just take them some chicken brains.
That's right. Yeah, a plate, like a welcome plate. Like, hey, this is part of the new handbook. This is everlasting life.
This is, hey, Elron told us that chicken brains is how you reach OT9. So fucking let's get to it. Let's kill some chickens.
Pop them back.
Pop them in. Pop them in there. Raw. Fresh out of the chicken cranium is the way he said to do it.
I'll fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Chicken brain sashimi. It's fucking good to go.
Ay. Well, with that being said, Murr, I pass the baton to you because it's Friday. You know what that means.
That means it's officially time for your Fun Fact Friday. I have 5 fun facts for you fuckers right now. Being brought to you, of course, by the Shin Splints Recovery Group. Avoid the Shin Splints Recovery Group by taking some gentle rest and not overexerting. But if you need a like-minded group of pussies like yourself, head on over to Facebook and find the Shin Splints Recovery Group online right now. Let's get to it. Your 5 fun facts for your Friday, starting with this. Did you know Antarctica is so cold that it rarely snows, which is also the reason it is covered in snow? The entire continent averages only 6.5 inches of precipitation a year, but the snow rarely melts because temperatures are as low as minus 89.2 degrees Celsius, and for real people, known as Americans, that's minus 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
And they say Green Bay is tough. Pfft, pussies.
And by the way, I knew this because in 10th grade for me, and I was an idiot, so 9th grade for your brother, me and your brother Wes actually sat next to each other in Mr. Feldman's science class, and we had to do a project where we had to learn about deserts. Well, we fucked off and learned nothing but one fun fact. And we were talking one day, and Feldman said, all right, you guys got a lot to say, so why don't you get up here and say it? Do your project now, even though we were supposed to go the next day. So we got up and we went, did you know that Antarctica is a desert? And then Dewey goes, that's right. It only averages 6.5 inches of precipitation a year. And then he said, Sam. Then he said, sit down.
Any questions? Christ. You fucking dopes.
Nice.
And that was the day that me and your brother became best friends.
Buddies. I didn't know that, but it doesn't shock me. Don't the poles, both north and south, isn't there something that has to do with the magnetic pole that doesn't give them as much precipitation? Or am I just bullshitting on this one? Because I think the North Pole doesn't get as much either. It's kind of the same.
It has to do with the wind patterns, because they're at the bottom. So the winds are super strong, they're super swirly, but nothing really stays too long. So the cloud cover keeps just moving around.
Gotcha. How do you think? How would a flat earther explain this fact?
Well, I would say that a flat earther would. I don't fucking know. God damn it!
It's so tough.
I would say, okay, all right. Hold on. Okay, so you've got the equator. So okay, you got to imagine your flat Earth map in your mind here, and see the desk lamp that is the sun simply goes over the center part. So because it's not reaching those two polar opposite ends of where the desk lamp gleans over top of the flat disk, then those would be the coldest points at the edges.
Wow.
I like it. Is it a flat disc? Or I thought it was just a flat, like a map. You know what I mean?
It's a flat disc. I think the Earth is still technically round, but it's flat. So imagine you took a ball of silly putty and then slammed it into the ground like Gronkowski spiking a football, and imagine what was left over once it hit, and then that is the Earth.
I kind of figured it was either just like a wall map that you saw in middle school, or it was that like funky orange peeled globe, but just laid out flat. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a combination of the two. But what I'd like to know, and maybe we do need to find a flat earther to have a discussion about.
We should.
So, like I'm saying about the sun, how like apparently it only tracks across that one center portion of the disk. Does that mean that the sun is a fixed point in space, and the Earth, the flat Earth, is simply like flipping like a pancake by a professional chef? And so at one point, the other side that we never see apparently is being radiated by the sun until it flips back over long ways to have the sun gently caress it.
I think of it more like okay, you can think of it two ways. There's either like the sun is just like track lighting and it moves, it just moves on, or the Earth is, fuck, I lost my train of thought. But yeah,
there's no train of thought to have.
No, there really isn't. I was making it up off the cuff, and I had something that I thought might work, but then I lost it.
And you guys think about this more than grown people ought. But
I got you. Okay. So never mind. I found it again. So the flat Earth is like instead of it. This is a whole new conspiracy theory I'm making up. Instead of the flat Earth being on sitting on the top of a turtle shell, it is actually just a sheet of paper inside of a typewriter. And so every day it dings, and then we just move it back over, and the sun moves, or the sun's stationary, and it just we typewriter the Earth.
Oscillating Earth theory. I like this.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, there you go. Put it on the internet. Start a fucking 4chan right now.
Did you know Harry Truman wanted to join the Missouri Army National Guard in 1905, but his eyesight was too poor. After failing his first vision test, he secretly memorized the eye chart and passed on his next try.
I did not.
That I did not know that. That does not shock me. My grandfather and my namesake was an eye doctor, and he knew the prescription. So, for legal reasons, an eye doctor can't write themselves a prescription. You have to go to another clinic and get eyewear. He knew the type of spectacle that he wanted, but knew that in terms of like a clinical evaluation, he wouldn't get it if he were totally honest. And he knew the eye chart, inside and out, so he just faked it to get the script that he wanted.
That's what's amazing about this, is that like there was a time where there was just one eye chart.
Yeah.
And if you could read it, if you memorized it like the Pledge of Allegiance, you could pretty much everybody had 20/20 vision. I won't wear no glasses. Watch this. EZRQ 12 Niner.
Here, Niner in there. And kudos to Harry Truman. He, even though physically evaluated, was not fit for combat, and went back and wanted to serve his fucking country, man.
Well, he wanted to serve Missouri.
Oh, well, fuck that. It's the state of Missouri. Jesus, what was he like? On riverboats, fluffing around the Mississippi or something?
But 1905, you were probably likely to catch like a bow and arrow to the fucking side of the eye if you weren't, paying attention.
That's a good point. Yeah, the 1905 is there's certainly some different different battles being fought. I may have jumped the gun on that one.
He was an artillery captain. Didn't know that.
Could he breathe out? Could he breathe out of his asshole?
Yep. As a matter of fact, that's how he stayed in trenches so long. That's right on his Wikipedia page. It's a highlight.
Couldn't breathe out his asshole, but he could talk out of it. Boom.
His rectal respiration saved Harry multiple times in World War One.
Saved his hairy asshole?
Well played. Well played. Terrible. Did you know there are fish that use farts as communication? Scientists found that herring create high-frequency sounds.
Oh, my God. That got me. That got me. That was really good.
Scientists found that herring create high-frequency sounds by swallowing air and pushing it through a duct near their anuses. They named the phenomenon as fast, repetitive ticks or farts. Sometimes scientists have a swell sense of humor.
Yeah. Is this they said this is to communicate? This is for aquatic or fish to was like a mating call or get the hell out of here, or hey, there's fishermen over there. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, apparently I prematurely used my talk out their ass joke, but they basically like Morse code out the butthole. Imagine if you could fart in Morse code. And people understood Morse code.
That's right.
That's the bigger hurdle.
The people understanding Morse code?
Yeah, I figure you could probably figure out how to fart multiple times, make some sort of pattern.
Yeah.
But nobody would understand it.
There was I was over at my buddy's house. I was probably 18 or 19, and his grandparents had a pool in ground, and the shallow end came right up to right around my crotch region, and if you imagine that out the rear end, right around the middle of my derriere, and cut what probably would have been like just like it above water. It would have been epic, but below water, it created kind of like a jet effect. It was like, but I also happened to be like had my hands on the concrete patio, and his grandmother thought it was like a jet going bad. She's like, God, gotta get someone in here. Check that out.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Oh man, fucking I have nothing. Sorry.
It's all right. Fucking farts, man. Got him.
Pool farts. See, we might as well just make our shit poop at gmail.com.
This is what I want to ask you. Do you guys know any? Could you guys tap out SOS in Morse code if you had to?
Yeah, I think I know it.
Yeah, it's 3 dots, 3 long, 3 dots.
Yep.
Okay. That should be taught. That's the one. Like everybody, in school, they should be like, all right, now you guys are gonna fucking learn Morse code. Know this one. And the only reason I remember this is, do you remember the movie Space Camp, where a bunch of teenagers thought they were in a simulator, but incidentally went into space as part of a high school program, and a catastrophic incident happens, and the kids who learned how to man a shuttle in a simulator had to then save the actual astronauts and get back to Earth?
Nope. Never watched it.
Nope. Don't got that.
Well, the girl learned how to tap Morse code into one of the buttons on the ship, which alerted Houston that there was, in fact,
Wait a minute.
a problem.
Hold on.
Leah Thompson was in it, so you know it's good. Yeah,
She might have been the one that taught me SOS.
This looks bad.
Yes, I have seen this. It's been quite some time, but holy shit! It's one of this.
Came out the year I was born.
This is one of the ones that I forgot that I have seen. Ugh.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah. What's next? What's
That's
up?
Joaquin Phoenix is in it.
Anybody?
Yeah.
So there's that. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Tom Skerritt, Commander something or other.
Well,
Kelly Preston is in it as well.
look at that. All right. Well, did you know there's a rare neurological condition called Witzelschutz that causes a person to make puns, sexual comments, dirty jokes, or tell pointless stories at inappropriate times without knowing it's socially unacceptable. It's also called the middle class holes.
I was going to say, is this a joke? Did you make this up on the fly? Because
No.
I suffer probably on the spectrum from, if there is such a spectrum, from Witzelschutz.
Witzelschutz.
I might just start using that as a crutch, and then just exemplary.
I
just keep
suffer from
Yeah.
Witzelschutz
We're going to
syndrome.
be like, what? We'll be like, yeah, it's a thing. It's
That's right.
totally it.
Hey, so I was at my buddy's grandparents' pool once.
Yeah, this definitely plays out. It makes one unable to read sarcasm. That doesn't really fit. A less common symptom is hypersexuality, the tendency to make sexual comments at inappropriate times and situations. So, I mean, I think this could give you carte blanche to be a real fucking piece of shit in conversation. I think we should work on it. I think we should use it.
Hey, did you guys hear a bunch of scientists in Japan learned how to breathe out your asshole?
Out of your butthole? That's crazy. I got Winchell shoots. It's fine. It's totally cool, guys. Good. No, I was gonna say I had heard of this, but I didn't know. Out of nowhere. Sometime probably at UMBC in a psych class. Yeah, I've heard that word before, and I would not have been able to tell you what it meant. And
gun to my head, that sounds like a German pastry. So
I'd have been like, that's definitely some sort of that's a variety of sausage, German sausage, 100%.
And finally, did you know you can't be tricked by a fake laugh? Researchers found that hearing fake laughter causes your brain to try and decipher the type of emotion, whereas genuine laughter makes your brain process happiness. I think this is bullshit, because I think I have a fantastic fake laugh.
Yeah, aren't laugh tracks all fake for like sitcoms and shit? Or are those recordings from previous ones?
Here's a fun fact. Laugh tracks in the 80s were recycled laugh tracks from the 60s and 70s. So if a production company like NBC, CBS, or ABC had an old sitcom and they utilized a laugh track from an earlier sitcom, they would just recycle it. So you can find the same laugh patterns in most of your favorite comedies from the 70s and 80s.
If you think about it, like, hear a laugh track in your head. It's the exact same laugh track you've always heard.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
150 people laughing simultaneously. Yeah, I can decipher it.
No, but it's the same fucking rhythm. It's the same cadence. Like, go watch anything with a laugh track right now, and I'm fairly certain he's right. Like, if you just think about it for a second, they all sound exactly the same.
There was a I watched a making of Friends in one of my classes in college, and they talked about they were showing all the facets of it from beginning to end, and some of the editors they talked about using the actual laugh track or actual audience laughter from the live taping versus using something else. Like, the laughter from the audience went way into so-and-so's next line. So we took that out and inserted laugh track A or whatever. So, yeah.
So for Friends, I assume it was a lot of, the audience wasn't fucking laughing, so we got to put something in there.
We put more Joey jokes in.
So I assume fucking the Friends editor's room went, well, fucking that one missed.
Yeah.
It's strike 8.
I will say that, knowing this and then thinking of TV shows that, if you had to say, do you think this is canned laughter or real laughter? Everybody Loves Raymond. That was a show where you can tell that it's like audience laughter in the moment. It's just different. It's like natural. Like, it's almost like the audience laughter made it on to the actual sound edit at the very end.
And to your point, Mur, I think I don't know, stop and think about it for a second. Do you not watch news shows and be like, that's a laugh track? Like, it's not real.
Yeah.
Like, you hear it instantaneously. I watched something earlier today. We watched the first episode of that WandaVision, that Marvel show. And, it is designed to have the fake laugh track in that first episode. But, you've heard the laugh track, and it's like, fucking laugh track. Fucking, clearly, everybody knows it, because it's the same fucking laugh track on every TV show.
Fake. You said fake faster than I say fake about the SpaceX landing. Fake. Fake.
Yeah, except I'm right.
I'm gonna have to look it up, but there is apparently one laugh track from one of the networks where there's this one guy who makes a really strange noise, like a really weird laugh, and they kept it. And so after a decade of using the same laugh track, people are like, wait a second. That's where people found out that the laugh track was a thing. He's just like, and you can hear it in every single big punchline.
I'm not fooled.
And that, my friends, is your Fun Fact Friday.
Thank you for that, Murr. And we are we are a lot more intelligent after understanding these facts, especially the one about Antarctica. What I do know now is that you and my brother had an epically, just an absolute tall tale of how you obtained what, a C or D? Did he take mercy on you?
He gave us a D.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah,
I think that was mercy enough.
I get a picture like Beavis and Butthead up there.
Well, and believe it or not, there were 4 of us in the group, and we were the only 2 that said anything. So we were the smartest of the fucking morons.
As we do so eloquently on the middle class holes, unfortunately, the passing of 2 more people that we want to bring to everyone's attention. One, a Hollywood major, I don't say major actor. He was an actor, another local hero, but 86 years young, and that was a surprise to me. I didn't know he was that old. Charles Grodin, versatile comedic actor, best known for his roles in movies like Midnight Run and The Heartbreak Kid. Also starred in a vast majority of the what the hell is the dog movie? Beethoven. That's right. And also one of the middle class holes best good bad movies, Clifford with Martin Short, that both of you denounced and probably haven't watched a lick of even after I said it. I will say this one: it and no pun intended, it is heartbreaking. Charles Grodin, very underappreciated. I don't think he's acted in much lately, but I encourage everyone to go watch Midnight Run with Grodin and Robert De Niro. Okay, it's got a 93 on Rotten Tomatoes, or 94 on Rotten Tomatoes, and for a movie, in the late 80s, and it's supposed to be a comedy, that's it's stellar. Watch it. Any of you, either one of you guys, want to give your thoughts on Grodin's passing?
Charles Grodin was the greatest late night talk show guest maybe in history, because he was always he prepared for those things. I didn't realize until the modern era that, those guys weren't being themselves when they went on there. For example, Super Dave Osborne. Do you guys remember him?
Yes.
Well, I know it's silly, but I knew even as a kid that had to be kind of a character, and he went off the edge every single time. Charles Grodin, though, didn't have a shtick. And so when he came on, it was he always got mad at the host. And I remember, man, this guy's angry, but it was always funny. And not until now that I realized, Charles Grodin was playing a part. He prepared for his late night talk show bits in a way that most people don't. And so that was my thing with Charles Grodin, is I realized that he got it. He gets it. He was a consummate professional, even in his angry asshole-ish way. And as much as I hate the movie Clifford, I respect the man for being in it, because at least he sold his part up against a fucking atrocious Martin Short being all Martin Shorty.
That's what I was going to say. I believe your words were, I believe the movie was just a little too Martin Shorty for me.
That's a thing. No, I understand that. That's fine. I totally get that.
Shit.
No, I don't got much to say. I didn't really know much about him. I didn't do much research on him. I haven't seen any other. I've seen Midnight Run. I have not seen Clifford, and I don't plan on it, especially if it's too Martin Shorty.
I would say the Heartbreak Kid. It's he gets married, and on his honeymoon, he ends up falling in love with Sybil Shepherd, another woman who's there at the resort that they're at. And it's pretty good. I mean, and it's a young, hot Sybil Shepherd. So there's that.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
The Beethoven. I wasn't a big fan of the Beethoven films, so yeah.
No.
I don't know. Yeah, no. So I mean, it's sad, I guess.
By the way, my Bing recommendation for the week is a young Sybil Shepherd.
You should start putting up Bing searches on the Facebook.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, anonymously though. It's like a dark account.
Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't have to be lewd Bing searches. Just be anything. See what Bing gives.
There's no other search on Bing besides lewd. Okay, it's always private. Fucking yeah.
It's always
bring up the.
It's
incognito.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What's the irony of using a Google incognito tab to Bing stuff?
I know, right?
to Bing forbidden pictures.
This brings me to our next tribute. Local hero, for those of you who aren't in Maryland or around the Baltimore area, the name Mark Rosenberg probably means nothing to you. But if you attended a Baltimore Orioles baseball game in the late 90s through the 2000s, and even up until, I didn't realize he was still there until 2019. Maybe it's because I wasn't buying lemonade when I go to baseball games the day after I turned 21. But what's that?
So it's been a long time since I bought a lemonade.
Been a long time since I bought a lemonade. But this gentleman was notorious for shaking lemonade up, and he looked legitimately like he had a goddamn seizure. I mean, it was, or he got shocked with 10,000 volts. I mean, it was slow at the start, and then it turned into a full-on blown convulsion. But 50. Hold on, let me see here. I think it was 54, 55, 56. Owing Mills resident, had a bit of a wild past. Attended Baltimore Polytechnical Institute, better known as Poly around these parts. Graduated University of Maryland, moved to California, hoping to break into entertainment industry. He worked behind the scenes job on Candid Camera, later moved to Martinique, and then Cancun to work for Club Med. That's a blast from the past, and I don't remember what Club Med was. Do you guys?
Yeah,
Club Med was like the first all-inclusive, like a sandals.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, 1996 rolls around, and that's probably the year I saw him. And if you were around the park, I mean, it was tough to miss. Alan, you probably have. Did you buy lemonade from this guy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a legend. It's like Clancy, or like, I don't know. We've been blessed with some good stadium vendors here in Baltimore. So that's a sad one.
Yeah. And then he used to, he worked, did bar mitzvahs, did holiday and office parties and conventions. He worked as an auctioneer and a motivational speaker. And this guy did, I don't know. This is like full blown entertainer. His shtick obviously like was Murray. What are you giggling about? He was more than he was more than shaking lemonade, man.
And if you set your mind to it, if you believe in your dreams, you can shake lemonade at a major league ballpark.
If you really stick with it, you too can charge people $8 for a lemonade that you shake 3 ounces out of before you hand it to them.
Everybody thinks the money is in beer and alcoholic beverages, but I'm here to tell you now, it's here in the sweet, sweet, acidic goodness of a fresh squeezed lemon.
He's like, if you put on a good enough show, you could sell rocks to these idiots. I'm telling you.
Okay. All right, now you got me. Now I'm sold.
We do the best tributes here at the
hold on, because I think we missed it and it happened early, right before we came on. So I will add a third one. The trifecta is comedic legend Paul Mooney, dead at 79. That happened. I guess that was actually, I think it was yesterday morning that they posted it. But yeah, Paul Mooney, famous for writing. I think he wrote on SNL and Live in Color. Obviously Chappelle Show, Richard Pryor Show. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Alan, I'm going to need you to say the name of the character he played on the Chappelle Show.
I mean, did he play a single character, or are you talking about the bit with Ask a Black Dude?
No, he played. I'm not allowed.
Negrodamus? Are you talking about Negrodamus? Yeah.
Yes, I
had to think about it for a second. It's been a while.
I was like, don't force me into this, please.
Negrodamus. Yeah, he had some great bits on Chappelle's Show. Ask a Black Dude was fantastic.
Yeah,
so
that's fine. Yeah. Well, I did not know he passed away. Chappelle Show. Christ, man, I was telling people I work with, people who are significantly younger than me, that I work with today about Chappelle Show was when I was in college, and I mean that was like the height of that type of stuff. Like that's where clear your calendar, not doing any homework, I'm chilling and cracking a few cold ones and laughing my ass off for. It was an hour or half hour. I think it was a half hour. I don't know. It could be wrong.
I think it was just a half hour too.
Might be.
But it was the full half hour was brilliance all the way through. Every one of them, man. Like there was no wasted space on a Chappelle episode.
I'm just really psyched on that whole creative team and Comedy Central being like, pilot, first bit, Clayton Bigsby. Let's fucking do it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go for it. And they were just like, right out the gate, here's a fucking fake frontline documentary about a black white supremacist. This is what we're doing.
No teasers, no dangling the carrot. We're coming out the gates like fucking Secretariat. Hot as shit.
Nope.
Yeah.
No pop copy to start you off. No fucking none of that. Just fucking boom.
No. God. Well, may he rest in peace, and the same goes for Mark Rosenberg as well as Charles Grodin. Alan, as we wrapped up these obituaries that we were just given, where can you find
you can email us at poop@gmail.com. No. You can find us on all your favorite social medias. We are The Middle Classholes on Facebook. We are at MDL Classholes on Instagram and Twitter. But don't tweet us. I mean, you can tweet us, but we probably won't answer. And then also, you can listen to us with your ear holes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts, of course.
You can listen to us with your ear holes, but you can breathe through your buttholes.
Through your butthole. You can actually breathe in the Middle Class holes through a specialized tank you can order from our website that we don't have.
It's okay.
Well, we do have, but we haven't actually set it up. But email us at mldcls$holes@gmail.com and we'll get you set up.
Fired away 3 easy payments of $39.99. We'll get you
You
set
set
up.
it and forget it is what you do.
This is not Ron Popeil protected stuff. So, oh shit, man, that's all I got for tonight. Any closing words from you guys?
Nah. Oh, Ocean City sucks, by the way.
Oh,
I mean, we knew that kind of already, I'm sure, but like I went down there with my nieces and it was kind of whack.
did you have a bad Sensations trip?
No, actually, we went to Sensations. We got some bucket hats, some towels, some ceramic statues, some sunscreen.
Chicken brains.
I think the nieces got like puka shell necklaces with their names in them. You know, the stuff you get from Sensations. No, the only thing, I guess, because one, it's still kind of off season, which seems weird for this. I mean, I guess it's the middle of May, but still kind of off season. And I think like still COVID-esque restrictions. Well, not restrictions because they don't give a fuck. Honestly, you do whatever down there. But like things weren't open. Like things aren't open Monday through Thursday. Like there are certain like Jolly Rogers just only open Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so my nieces were like, "We're going to Jolly Rogers," and I was like, "No, we ain't." So like shit like that, like the pier rides, like the Ferris wheel and shit, same thing. So yeah, good. Just so you know, I'll go down after May, after Memorial Day is when you want to go.
Murr? Okay, good night.
That was just random.
Take it easy, folks.